God, this sunshine makes me ill. Does it not just piss you off how nice it is outside? Honestly, I'm about that far, just that far away from going and doing this outside. You know that, don't you? I'm not going outside. I never go outside. I've got too much to do inside. If outside is so good, why has humanity spent years trying to perfect indoors? Yes, I watch Big Bang Theory. Don't judge me, it's amazing. How English is that though? I mean, I start a video by talking about the weather. Come on, Tim, you're better than this, you're better than this, you're better than this. Sex, drugs and sausage rolls. My motto for life. I recently did a playthrough of Bioshock Infinite. I know it sort of split the community in half whether or not it's good or it's bad, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. All I'm going to say on that subject is that I enjoyed it. But then again, maybe I've got shit taste. Who knows? I bring it up because the game quite heavily focuses on the idea of parallel worlds. That's not a spoiler, by the way, if anybody hasn't finished it yet. It's focused quite heavily on in the trailers and in everything else about the game. So, no spoilers, still amazing, you should probably play through it. The idea of parallel worlds is one that's always intrigued me. It's always been sort of an amazingly brilliant, impossible, fantastic idea, which part of me just wishes we had some kind of proof of it to be true. Sadly, we don't. And because we don't, we can't do things like go and explore them and send messages to them and all of these other amazing, beautiful, fantastical things. It's a bit like time travel in that we've thought about it for years and years and years and years and years, but we've never sort of been able to say that it's achievable because it's probably physically impossible. Probably. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the idea of parallel worlds is the idea that every decision that any human being ever makes ever creates a parallel world where the opposite decision is made or the opposite effect happens. Take this coin. Perfectly ordinary 2p piece, right? Now when I toss it, I get tails. However, I've also just simultaneously created another parallel universe in which this coin came up heads. Bit of a dirty 2p actually, but never mind. When you think about that and you combine it with the idea of cause and effect, that everything that happens for a reason, and because you're constantly changing causes, therefore you're constantly changing effects with all this parallel universe business, the number of possibilities of universes just becomes infinite. And the amount of variation becomes amazing as well. I mean, for one thing, you could create, it could be as minor as creating a universe, everybody's fringes are bent the opposite way. It could be that tiny. Or it could have just created a universe where everybody does everything naked and that's the normal thing to go about things. Or it could be, backwards speaks everybody wear universe, eh? It get? Or it could be just about anything else. I mean, you can really think outside the box with this thing. I mean, you could even, it's possible, with this theory, it's possible that the human race is actually a race of super intelligent, supreme time travelers who still ride around on dinosaurs. Possible, but very, very highly improbable.